Alright, welcome back to another episode of Island. I dash into the mansion to escape the downpour. What the heck is this? In a corner of the living room is a stack of cardboard boxes I haven't seen before. Inside them are... Huh? Boil in the bag curry pouches?
ああ、それね。台風に備えて保存の効くものを注文しておいたんだけど、単位を間違えちゃってね。
If it was a mistake, why don't you just return them?
私にもメンツってものがあるのよ。
Even so, I'm not sure keeping quiet to pay for them all is the best option either. No, but that's what we Indians like to do. If it's the wrong order, that is the right order. Mount, how about posting a notice on the bulletin board and distributing them to people?
戦時中の配給じゃないんだから。ってそんなことより遅いわよ、刹那。どうせまたふらふら遊び歩いてたんでしょ。
Ugh, she's taking your anger out on me! No, I just ran into the policeman. Oops, I can't spill the details. And he helped me out with a few things.
やっぱり今度は何したのよ。万引き？
No! None of those! Well, no one knows about the latter except for me! It's always the same from her.
あなたがいない間、こっちはいろいろ大変だったんだからね。
Did something other than the curry incident happen?
あなたが飛び出していった後、クルツ町長が顔を真っ赤にして押しかけてきてね。
Did I do something? I've done a lot of things in my time, but I at least haven't done anything bad yet today, I'm sure.
それからすごい剣幕でお母さんを強引に連れ出して。
What? Is Kuon okay?
プレゼントいっぱいもらって帰ってきたわ。
Huh?
どういうつもりか知らないけど、こっちからしてみればいい迷惑だわ。
Oh yeah, Kuon did see the mayor propose to her.
求婚？ちょっとそれどういうこと？
Oh, you don't know that? It's probably one part of his plan to prevent the power of the Kurusu family from waning.
なるほど。
Or waning.
クルツ町長の考えそうなつまらない思いつきだわ。うちなんて御三家といってもほとんど名前だけなのに。
Rinne's tone doesn't change. She's calm even when talking about her own situation. Well, I suppose that's just like her.
刹那も後でお母さんの様子見てきてあげて。なんだかぐったりしてたから。
When she mentioned the proposal before, she made a joke out of it. But it might actually be a real source of worry for her. The mayor is such an influential person. Turning him down is probably no easy matter. Honestly, that bald old man is such a nuisance.
まったくよ。いつまでも権力争いばっかり。もうそんな時代じゃないってのに。
We don't live in those times anymore, do we? No, you're right. We're almost in the 21st century. We gotta turn our eyes to the outside world and more global opportunities.
何言ってるのよ。あなたもクルツ町長と同じ穴のムジナじゃない。
Me?
カレンの玉残し狙ってるんでしょ。男ってどうしてこう短絡的なのかしら。ちょっと仲良くなったからって。
You're wrong. That's not my intention.
じゃあどんなつもりなのよ。
This again? Why do I keep having to leave myself bare to everyone? Especially when I haven't even communicated any of it to Karen herself yet. Or maybe that's exactly why. I should think of this as a rehearsal. I love her. I tell her honestly and from the heart.
へえ。
What? I'm not getting through to her at all. I'm prepared to be faithful to her for my entire life, in sickness and health.
へえ。
She's looking at me as though totally baffled by the delusional nonsense your lovely man Sara's spouting. That is bad. Right? What if Karen reacts the same way when it comes to the real thing?
そんなことよりお腹が空いたわ。刹那、何か作ってきなさい。
Will a sandwich do? You can't treat a man's love like that.
あら、あなたは仕事と恋愛、どっちが大切なの？
Obviously.
じゃあ、職場恋愛禁止。嫌なら荷物まとめて出ていくことね。
Damn it! I left this place before you could kick me out.
今夜の野宿は大変そうね。
I'll boil on the back carry me. They are lucky for this evening's meal, princess?
いや、手料理がいい。
Then what are we gonna do with all this curry?
あなたにあげるわ。責任を持って完食しなさい。
I'm definitely leaving. Alright, you made your point, God. I'm staying. But not until tomorrow. Hey, Kuon. I brought your dinner. Jesus Christ, I just heard the puppy. I hope I'm not screaming loud enough for the outside to hear. And if I do, oh well. Yeah, dinner. I brought your dinner anyways. Yeah, strange. There's no answer. Kuon, are you there? Don't want it. She's even left off her usual heart symbol. Is she in a bad mood? It's right, croquettes. They'll get gross if you don't eat them soon. You can have them. I knew it! For the ever genial Kuon to be this grouchy, it's got to be his handiwork. I don't know what the mayor said to you, but you shouldn't bother yourself too much about it. No response. Rinne also said it was an inspired idea. No response. Sorry, if would have been here, I would have driven him off. No response. You don't intend to get remarried, right? No. Thank goodness! Of course not. I mean, if you're going to marry him, you might as well marry me instead. No. Oops, I said septic over the line again. Did something happen with the mayor? He didn't force a kiss on you or anything, did he? The thought is legitimately terrifying. But the psychological impact on Kuon would surely be far worse. Don't dwell on it. Just liken it to being bitten by a dog and forget about it. But if you're thinking about wanting him to do it again, then that's love for you. What am I blabbering about? He invited me out again tomorrow. You turned him down, right? I couldn't. Is she really a married woman? Well, as someone who rarely even leaves the house, I suppose it's natural that she wouldn't have much experience with this kind of thing. More importantly, how are things going with Karen-chan? Ugh, perhaps this isn't the time for me to be worrying about other people. I feel bad since you've been so supportive, but things have gotten even more complicated. Loser. I'm attacking to renew her memory now. Gosh, you're absolutely right about that though. Without really thinking about it, I leaned back against the door and slammed down to the floor. I can hear the rest of Kuon taking up the same position on the other side of the door. Mind if I grumble for a moment? I don't hear the sound of her pen scribbling over paper. Instead, it seems to lack courage. The courage to overcome obstacles and take the first step into a new world. I came here across time. That's what I believed at first. After I rid myself of those assumptions, I sank to the level of a mere loser. In the end, I guess it was impossible for me to be reborn as an upstanding human being. You felt the same way before, Kuon? I looked down at the notes scattered over the floor. He invited me out again tomorrow. I couldn't. Loser. I see. Kuon's in the same position as me.
出られるおつもりですか?
I'll have to, if I want her to spare me a second glance. Wait, are you psychic?
夏美も同じようなことを言ってましたから。
Natsumi? You know Karen's mother?
親友でした。
Where? I heard she ran off with someone. I wonder what Kuon thought of her best friend's choice. Was she happy for her? Was she jealous? Or was she...
駆け落ち？違いますよ。
Huh?
確かに駆け落ちの話を持ちかけられて悩んでいたのは事実です。ですが結局断ったと聞いています。
What does this mean? Nakamiya Sueharo asked her to run away with him, but Kurutsu Natsume refused. Is that what really happened?
応援するって言ってくれたろ。私が島を出るのは。
Was he the one who wanted to run away with her?
あんたなんかな、こっちからお断りだよ。
Jeez, way to bring that back. Was she sincere in turning him down? Or was there just a slight misunderstanding between the two? Just like with us. Wait a minute. Then why? Why did Kurutsu Natsume leave the island?
夏美は過去に囚われていました。
And so she set out to the mainland alone to cast it away? Kurutsu Natsume didn't overcome her obstacles. She just chose a path that avoided them. Even though with just a little communication, they could have understood one another. Even though, if she had taken just a single step, she could have surmounted them. If she had just one tiny handful of courage.
もしかしたらあの時、彼女を止めておけばよかったのかもしれません。ですが、今さら後悔しても後の祭りです。
Kuon once told me that the time was like the tide, drawing and receding. But that's all theoretical. The present we're living in marches on ceaselessly into the future. If we just keep digging in our heels, we're only left behind.
せめて同じ過ちは繰り返したくありません。
And in order to do that, we need to muster what little courage we have.
私、明日きちんと森次さんにお断りを入れようと思います。
And tomorrow I'll talk with Karen properly.
良い一日になるといいですね。
Yeah, you too, Kuon. As I'm lying on my bed, listening to the sounds of the storm outside, I'm seized by a strange sensation. This world repeats the same things, over and over. From parent to child, from child to grandchild. Blood isn't the only thing that's passed on. Environment, for example. Children grow up in the same environment as their parents. Knowledge, for example. Parents fill their children's heads with their own knowledge. But experience alone cannot be inherited. The experience that's gained from repeated errors is lost with each new generation. That's why people continue to repeat the same mistakes over and over. A chain of repeated mistakes. Yeah, that's life. A chain of repeated strategies. Yeah, that's human history. And to escape that from that unending chain, something somewhere has to change. The sound of the rain pelting against the window seems somehow more distant than before. If I just go to sleep, the storm will pass. But there are some things that won't change unless action is taken. Can humans really change? If they put their mind to it. Yeah. Oh, what? On that day there was a revolution. No, maybe you couldn't really call it a revolution. After all, a revolution normally changes the world. But on that day, the world was simply broken. The people despaired of the world, hated it. Many lost their lives, and no one was saved. It was a tragedy, true and true. People cannot change the world. All people can change our people. People are transformed into lumps of meat at the hands of other people. People lose their souls. Yeah, if I knew things would turn out like this, I would have just continued to sleep. Then at least the world wouldn't have broken. After all, the one who kindled the fires of revolution, that was me. I should have stayed asleep. I should have stayed in that one place, dreaming those happy dreams. Forever and ever. What the fuck? It's a calm morning. What happened before, I wouldn't call it calm. It's just the storm the previous day never even occurred. Clouds drift lazily across the sky and the wind does no more than gently stare at the trees. It's only a matter of time before the sun shows its face. Alright, that should do it. I'll look all around to make sure I haven't missed anywhere in my cleaning. The entryway, which had been left in a sorry state by the storm, is back to normal, and my morning work is finished. It was worth waking up early and resisting the temptation to go back to sleep. Right, that's that.
休みが欲しい？却下。
Come on! Why?
なんでも何も休暇ならこの間あげたばっかりでしょ？
Ugh, that's true. But you see, I have some business in town. It'll only take an hour.
そんなこと言って昨日だって勝手にどっか行っちゃうし、一昨日だって夕方にいなくなったっきりなかなか戻らないし。
I'm sorry about that. Still, I don't want to leave things with Karen like they are. I've decided to speak properly with her, face to face.
で、休暇の理由は？
Oh? The window where my true love!
はい却下。
Fuck! Why?
せめて勤務時間中くらいはこの家にいなさい。手が空いてるなら休憩しててもいいから。
I understand. I meekly hang my head as I watch Rinne walk away.
まったく、いつまでも色ぼけして。
And that's Karen.
少しはカレンを見習ってほしいものだわ。
Huh? Is Karen here?
何言ってるの？朝からずっと働いてるわよ。
So you're telling me if we have a chance? Yeah, whatever. That's strange. I've been rushing around all over the place, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of her.
避けられてるんじゃない？
No, she wouldn't.
どうしてあの時、私を見捨てたんだよ。適当言ってんじゃねえよ。あんたに何ができんだよ。
Pain.
あら、ビンゴ？
She's avoiding me? Time passes by idly, and evening falls before I know it. I have zero experience with relationships. My confidence from this morning evaporated the moment I learned she was avoiding me. I'm a virgin. What was that super familiar sound? Looking down at my feet, I found a super familiar scrap of paper. Virgin? Whoa! I'm outside Kuon's room! Crap! This could have an impact on my standing as a man! I've done it at least 100 times! No, that's a bit excessive. I've done it once. Last. Well, I never asked. It hurts. I don't need to stay here! It was a night so cold that breath froze in the air. Under the blankets, naked as the day I was born, he pulled me close and gently stroked my hand. Then dug his burning rod. Quit giving me the gory details! You don't like non-virgins? I really don't have a preference. Although I think, overall, people who've only done it once aren't all that far off from virgins. Hang on. That means that was when Rinne was conceived. A 100% strike rate. That's something. But where there's a well, is that applicable here? Although, yeah, if you don't try, it'll never happen. Of course, Kuon's case of getting married to the one she did it with first is probably rare. But nothing will ever come from using lack of experience as an excuse and giving up before you've even started. After all, everyone has a first time. Hey, could you tell me about how you and Rinne's father got together? Yesterday she told me about her argument with the mayor, but she's never really spoken about her husband. Have you not confessed to Karen yet? Not yet. So I was wondering if I could draw from your experiences. Going by yesterday's conversation, Kuon also had a pre-arranged marriage partner, but the fact that she slept with another man means I went after him with everything I had. Aww. Wow, she's one of those predatory women you hear about these days. Were your parents not against it? They must have been. There's no way to do just let some random guy marry into their family. We had a big fight. How much courage must it have taken for her to stand up to her parents? But why, despite that, did she not give up? I loved him. That's what it comes down to. Have you ever regretted it? I have. If she do marry her designated fiancé, her position on the island might not have declined. She might not have been widowed. She might have lived a far more stable life. But those aren't what's important. I'm happy. To act only for one's own dreams, without compromise, without care for fear or hardship. It's thanks to the journey she's been on that now. At the end of it, she's able to claim happiness. Did I even read that right? I've been recording a lot of episodes today too. So yeah, that's why I'm questioning my own reading and whether I'm like screwing up more. And the reason I'm recording is because my interests are at the sky peak of sorts. So yeah, I think I'm gonna record one more after this, maybe. Some of the scattered scraps of paper on the floor catch my eye. I love them. I'm happy. Will the day come and I'll be able to see the same? Am I living right now in order to reach that day? Have a good day. Nothing will come from running away. I have just one dream, so all there is for me to do is charge head first towards it. It's simple, right? So long as I don't compromise. It's easy, right? So long as I don't care about fear or hardship. Yeah, that's right. I'll go up to the sunroom at the very end of the corridor, the top floor, which I never normally go anywhere near. And there she is.